Hey, what's going on, guys? Hopefully this is working well. I'm using a new platform, so I'm going to be checking my phone every now and then just to make sure that it is coming through. So give me just a second here. I want to make sure it's coming through, and it looks like I am live. So hey, guys, I appreciate you being here. Give me one more second. I'm going to go ahead and share this to our Shred 90 Facebook group. So excuse me for looking down for a minute. Um, I'm not going to be on here very long today. But I do have something I want to share with you. Hey, Shannon, how are you doing? And I can see the comments on the screen, so it's pretty cool. So give me just one second here. And hopefully, let me know, Shannon, if you don't mind, or anybody else who's on, if you can hear me okay. I'm using this headset here with the microphone on it, hoping that the sound will come through a little bit better. So let me share this in a group real quick, and we will get started. So if you're on the recording, I know it takes a minute for Facebook to get this out to people. Thank you, Shannon. Appreciate it. Hear me just fine. So if you're on the recording, just bear with me. I know it takes Facebook a couple of minutes to get this out to people. So you may not catch this part if you're watching me live, but if you're watching the recording, bear with me for just a couple of seconds here so I can share this to a couple of groups, actually. So one moment. How y'all doing today? I see Shannon's on here. Who else do we have? Anybody else on here yet? Oops, I did that incorrectly. We're going to talk about why you should use weight training or resistance training to lose weight and actually sustain weight loss. So I'm going to delete that post because I shared it to my timeline again. That doesn't make much sense. Okay. All right, guys, 2 seconds and I am done. Okay, I think we're good. Let's jump into it here. So let me pull up my notes just so I can stay on topic and on track. So like I said, we're going to talk about why you should use weights or resistance training to lose weight and actually to sustain weight loss. So I put a post up on Facebook earlier today how I'm back down to my high school weight that I was when I was in high school. You know, I played football and everything else was on an all-state, the all-state team and all this stuff. So I was an athlete back then. And so it's really exciting for me to be back down to that weight and to be down to that weight, not only because of the number, because numbers really don't matter so much to me anymore, but because I know that I'm maintaining muscle mass and actually building muscle as well. So I know I have to be losing fat because I know I'm building muscle and my weight's going down. So I have to be losing fat in there somewhere. So that really excites me, and it's because of the program we're following. I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. So like I said, I'm back down to my high school weight, which really excites me. And actually, I did a video last week. It was Thursday evening talking about why we gain weight as we get older. So if you want to learn about that, go back to my timeline and look down, scroll on down, find that last live video I did. I was out walking, and I stopped to share that with you guys. So it was about an 8-minute video, I think it was. And talked about why we gain weight as we get older. It has to do with hormones, losing muscle mass, okay? And when you lose muscle, every pound of muscle that you have burns approximately 100 calories throughout the day, throughout a 24 period. So it's constant. Every pound of muscle is constantly burning calories, up to 100 calories per day. So as you get older, your hormones change and you start to lose muscle mass, and your diet doesn't really change. But over the course of 10 years, on average, you'll lose about 10 pounds of muscle. So that's an extra 1,000 calories per day that you're not burning that you were before because of the muscle that was lost. So your diet doesn't really change. You're still taking in usually the same amount of calories, maybe even more. And that causes us to put on weight along with, you know, the hormonal changes and things like that. So, and I talked about how you can kind of counteract that is to start doing resistance training weightlifting, body weight exercises, things like that, to rebuild that muscle, to gain that muscle mass back, so that you're burning those calories again that you had lost the ability to burn as you aged. So it's kind of what we're going to talk about today, is the second part of that, why to do resistance training. And that is because you do build muscle. Now, you obviously have to adjust your diet a little bit to take in more protein, because that's the building block of muscle. But that's why you do it. Now, like I said, weight training builds muscle that will burn calories 24/7. Okay. Now, the difference between resistance training and weight training and just going out and doing cardio all day long is, when you do weight training and you build that muscle, those muscles are on you 24/7, and they're burning those calories all day long. Whereas if you're just doing cardio work, you're only burning calories during the time you're working. Okay, so if you're on the treadmill for an hour or whatever, then you're only burning calories during that hour. Whereas if you put on lean muscle, then your body's constantly burning extra calories all day long. So that's why I'm really excited about it. It's why I believe it's working so well for us, for Kim and I. So, and then one thing I want to touch on too is, a lot of times when people do start hitting the gym and going to train, they think, well, I spent an hour on the treadmill, I need to spend an hour lifting weights. Okay, and then they get sore and they get tired and they don't want to do it anymore. It's just too much work. And it is too much work. Honestly, you're overtraining. A lot of people get into weightlifting and they start overtraining themselves. Okay, they start they just do too much, and you don't have to do as much. You're not there to burn calories while you're there. You're there to build the muscle, break down and rebuild the muscle, so that you're burning calories 24/7. What our program does is actually takes us less than 20 minutes, and that's for Kim and I both, to do our workout every day. And when we don't do it every day, we do it every other day. So we'll work out one day and then have a rest day and then work out the next day, and we alternate every other day. We're not getting overtrained, and we actually only focus on a specific muscle group or two per workout, and then we don't touch those muscle groups for 10 days, actually 11 days. It's a 10-day cycle that we do. So it seems like that's too long in between working out a specific muscle group, but it actually gives your body time to recover and then rebuild, and then you break it down again, but you're at a higher state. You've grown that muscle, and then you break it down and rebuild it, and then you're at a higher state when you start again. It's really amazing the way it works. We're really excited about it. And actually, we spend more time at the gym in the massage chair than we do actually working out. So it's kind of funny. We'll go in there, scan our card, we'll be in there for 10 minutes, and then we're back up at the front asking for massage chairs. But it's working well, guys. It's really awesome. And I said, we only train a specific muscle group or two every 10 or 11 days. I guess it'd be that'd be 10 days. Yeah, it'd be 10 days. So it works out really well. You're not sore when you hit that muscle group again. And so today we did quads. So we've both been kind of walking funny today. And it was only 3 exercises. So that's what I'm saying. It just takes us about 10 minutes a piece, or actually less, to do our workout, and then we're done. And it keeps it fun. I mean, we're having a lot of fun doing it this way. So before, like I said, we were spending over an hour per day, every day, doing cardio work. We were also doing some body resistance training, some body weight training, but most of it was cardio. We're just sweating like crazy. And I don't necessarily say that's a bad thing. I think, especially when you're starting out, you may want to do both. And on your days that you're not doing weight training, the in-between days, do some cardio at that time, but don't touch the muscle groups, just, the muscle groups that you're going to be hitting during your weight training. Do some cardio on your off weight days. That way, you're still burning calories through those days, because when you first start, you're just fresh starting to build that muscle mass. You don't have it yet. So those muscles aren't burning as efficiently as they will later on once you do have a base. That way you're going ahead and burning some additional calories. I'd probably do that for the first 2 weeks to a month, and then just go straight weight training, the program that we're doing. So that's all I've got for you guys. I didn't want to be on here long. I know it's Sunday evening. Everybody has things to do. We got the holidays, things. Holiday. Actually, it is holidays. I heard it was Canada Day. I don't know if that was yesterday or Friday or today, but if you're in Canada watching, happy Canada Day. And to all of us Americans out there, happy July 4th, happy Independence Day. So I just want to let you know as well that if you do want some information on the program that we're doing, I know it's hard to me, it seemed daunting to try to figure out a weightlifting program to do, to put it all together myself. So when I ran across the information that we're using, the plan that we're using, I thought, man, I've got to share this with people because, it's unreal. It's amazing the way it works. So if you want some information on the program that we're doing, I'm going to put this on the screen here if I can. Like I said, I'm using a new platform here, so I'm going to try and get it to work correctly. But I have a link. It's a 5-minute free video. You can check it out and decide whether you want to check out more information about it. There's actually a free account you can start, and you can get inside, set up your fitness profile, and get a recommendation on a workout plan for you. It's free to do that. So I'm going to pop this in here. Excuse me. I made a simple link to it. It's shred90.com/diets don't work. And I'll also put that in the comments below if you guys want to check it out. So appreciate you being here with me. I see there was at least 3 people on. I only have comments from Shannon, but if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it is, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll answer those as those pop up, even though you're probably watching the replay when you're doing that. So like I said, I'll put this link down below as well. I appreciate you guys being here. Have a great Sunday night, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.